Welcome back to Freedom Firearms, the place where firearms history, performance, and collectability come together. Today, we are diving into the world of classic and modern pistols that are not just tools, but true investments. These are the 15 pistols climbing fastest in value in 2025, each one with its own story, technical strengths, and market price that make collectors chase them. We are counting down from number 15 to number 1, and along the way we will explore why these handguns stand out. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Freedom Firearms so you do not miss our upcoming deep dives into the most powerful and collectible firearms on the market. At number 15, we have the Walther P5, a compact German 9mm sidearm designed in the 1970s for West German police. Built with the precision heritage of the famous .38, it introduced a unique left-side ejection port that set it apart from other service pistols. The .5 had an overall length of about 7.1 inches with a 3.5-inch barrel, an 8-round magazine, and a weight of 28 ounces, making it both concealable and durable. In use, it offered smooth cycling and impressive accuracy, while the solid steel frame added longevity that few service pistols could match. Today, collectors value the Cold War history and limited production, with clean examples ranging from $1,200 to $1,800, and rare editions climbing even higher. The Walther P5 stands as an example of German craftsmanship during a tense political era. Moving on to number 14, the Steyr GB represents Austria's bold experiment from the late 1970s. Unlike most pistols of its time, it used a gas-delayed blowback system, reducing felt recoil and offering an 18-round magazine capacity in 9mm, which was massive for the era. With a 5.3-inch barrel and overall length of 8.5 inches, the GB had accuracy and power in abundance, making it a technical marvel that unfortunately lost market share to Glock's polymer-framed Revolution. Despite fading commercially, the pistol earned cult status. It weighs roughly 37 ounces, and its size gave it a presence unmatched by many contemporaries. Today, clean examples sell for $1,500 to $2,500, with pristine unfired models sometimes fetching over $3,000. The Steyr GB has become a perfect symbol of innovation overshadowed by timing. At number 13 is the Smith & Wesson 945, a performance center pistol blending the classic styling of the 1911 with modern refinements. Chambered in .45 ACP, it carried an 8-round magazine and delivered both power and precision. The 945 came with a 5-inch match-grade barrel, custom slide-to-frame fit, and unique extractor design that enhanced reliability over traditional 1911s. Built from stainless steel, it weighed just over 40 ounces, offering a solid shooting experience with excellent recoil management. The pistol was hand-fitted and tuned, making it accurate enough for competition, yet rugged enough for defensive carry. While its high price and limited run hurt initial sales, collectors today prize it as a rare gem, with values now between $2,000 and $3,500 depending on condition. For shooters who admire 1911 character but want something unique, the Smith & Wesson 945 is a remarkable find. Sliding into number 12, we meet the Colt Double Eagle, Colt's attempt to modernize its 1911 platform in the late 1980s. This pistol featured a double-action, single-action trigger system with a decocker, a significant departure from the classic single-action design. Chambered in both .45 ACP and 10mm auto, it provided serious stopping power, especially the 10mm version, which quickly earned a reputation among enthusiasts. With an overall length of 8.25 inches, a 5-inch barrel, and all stainless steel construction, it was a heavy but formidable sidearm. The Double Eagle weighed around 38 ounces and offered magazines of 8 to 9 rounds depending on caliber. While its heavy trigger divided shooters, today its rarity and unique design have made it collectible. Clean 10mm models fetch between $1,200 and $2,000, giving Colt's experimental chapter a new appreciation. At number 11, we highlight the Glock 21 Gen 4. Introduced in 2010, this full-size polymer frame pistol chambered in .45 ACP gave shooters a lightweight but powerful handgun. With a 4.6-inch barrel, 13+1 capacity, and a weight of just under 30 ounces unloaded. It combined firepower with manageability. The Gen 4 upgrades included a dual recoil spring assembly that softened the heavy recoil of the 45 ACP, interchangeable backstraps for ergonomic adjustment, and a reversible magazine release for left-handed shooters. Though not as old as many collectibles, the Glock 21 Gen 4 is already rising in value because Glock discontinued it with the launch of Gen 5 models. Once available for around $500, they now sell between $650 and $850, with complete original sets going higher. The Glock 21 Gen 4 is a modern collectible that blends practicality with rising scarcity. At number 10, we have the Heckler & Koch 7 Mate, one of the most unique and collectible pistols ever made. Released in the late 1970s, the Python introduced the famous squeeze cocker system. To fire, the shooter had to squeeze the front strap, cocking the striker instantly, and releasing it safely decocked the pistol. Chambered in 9mm with an 8-round magazine, the 7 Mate was not about capacity, but about safety, precision, and speed. It used a fixed barrel system which contributed to superb accuracy, while its low-bore axis minimized muzzle flip and allowed for rapid follow-up shots. Measuring 6.7 inches in length with a 4.1-inch barrel and weighing 28 ounces, it was compact and effective. Collectors prize its engineering brilliance and rarity, with values ranging from $3,500 to $4,500, and double-stack variants like the 7mm 13 fetching even more. The 7 remains a futuristic handgun that still impresses decades later. At number 9 stands the Walther P5 Compact, Germany's refined answer to the Beretta 92 and Sig Sauer II 126 in the late 1980s. Chambered in 9mm with a 10-round double-stack magazine, it offered a balance of concealability and performance. It featured ambidextrous controls, superb machining, and one of the smoothest double-action triggers of its era. The pistol had a 4-inch barrel, overall length of 7.1 inches, and weighed 32 ounces, making it versatile for both duty and carry. Its accuracy came from precise barrel manufacturing and Walther's high standards. Despite this, the pistol never achieved broad commercial success due to high costs. Today, however, that rarity fuels its collector appeal. Clean examples often fetch between $2,500 and $3,500, with early runs and police contract models commanding even more. The Walther P5 Compact represents one of Walther's last over-engineered masterpieces. Taking the 8th position is the legendary Sig II 110, a Swiss design from the late 1940s, often considered the most accurate service pistol ever made. Chambered in 9mm with an 8-round magazine, it measured 8.5 inches in length with a 4.7-inch barrel and weighed approximately 35 ounces. What set the P210 apart was its internal slide rail system, where the slide rode inside the frame rather than outside, giving unmatched tight lockup and consistency. The result was precision that rivaled custom target pistols. Originally hand-fitted and built with meticulous care, the Swiss military adopted it as their standard sidearm, and its reputation grew worldwide. Today, original Swiss-made examples can fetch between $3,000 and $5,000, while rarer editions sell for more. For collectors, the Sig II 110 is a piece of Swiss watchmaking translated into firearm form. At number 7, we have the Luger Po-8, one of the most iconic handguns of the 20th century. Designed by Georg Luger and adopted by Germany in 1908, it used a distinctive toggle lock action instead of a tilting barrel system. Chambered in 9x19mm Parabellum, a cartridge created specifically for this pistol, the Luger carried an 8-round magazine and measured about 8.7 inches with a 4-inch barrel. Its slim grip and unusual mechanics gave it remarkable ergonomics and made it instantly recognizable. During both world wars, it became a symbol of German sidearms. Today, standard military models sell between $1,200 and $3,000, while rare Navy, artillery, or presentation models can reach tens of thousands, with prototypes exceeding $100,000. The Luger Po-8 remains both a weapon and a collector centerpiece, bridging engineering uniqueness and historical impact. At number 6 comes the Browning High Power, Israeli police trade-in models, a special category of one of the most influential handguns ever produced. Chambered in 9mm with a 13-round magazine, 4.6-inch barrel, and weighing around 32 ounces, the High Power combines slim single-action design with reliable firepower. The Israeli trade-ins are valued for their service history, often showing external wear but remaining mechanically solid. Many bear unit markings and come with surplus holsters, linking them directly to decades of active duty. Since FN ceased high-power production in 2017, demand for these original service pistols has surged. Once available for $400 to $500, today they bring between $900 and $1,200, with top-condition pieces selling for more. These pistols embody both Browning's design genius and the historical story of Israel's security forces. At number 5, we highlight the Walther P38, World War II bringback pistols. Developed as the replacement for the Luger, the P38 was Germany's standard service sidearm during World War II. Chambered in 9mm with an 8-round magazine and a 4.9-inch barrel, it introduced the first widely issued double-action, single-action system in a military pistol. Measuring 8.5 inches overall and weighing 34 ounces, it was reliable and rugged. Collectors today focus on bring-back models carried home by soldiers, especially with capture papers or original holsters. Values have risen sharply, with examples once selling for $600, now ranging between $1,500 and $2,000, and rare early or factory code variants selling much higher. Each P38 is more than a firearm. It is a piece of living World War II history that continues to appreciate in value. At number 4, we turn to the CZ75 Shadow 2, a modern competition pistol that has already earned collector recognition. Chambered in 9mm with a 17-round magazine, 4.9-inch cold hammer forged barrel, and a weight of 46 ounces due to its all-steel frame. It was designed for precision shooting sports like IPSC and USPSA. The Shadow 2 offers an exceptionally smooth trigger in both double and single action, a low bore axis, extended beaver tail, aggressive checkering, and adjustable sights, all features that improve speed and accuracy. Its reputation in competitive circles has made it a favorite among shooters and collectors alike. Prices hover between $1,200 and $1,500, but early models, rare finishes, and optics-ready versions command more. Even though it is still in production, its value has grown steadily, proving it a future classic. At number 3, we have the FN Herstal high-power pre-1980 models. Designed by John Browning and completed by Diodon Saiv, this pistol pioneered the double-stack 9mm magazine design that militaries around the world later adopted. With a 13-round magazine, 4.7-inch barrel, slim steel frame, and weight of 32 ounces, the High Power offered a perfect balance of firepower and handling. Pre-1980, Belgian-made versions are particularly prized for their craftsmanship, deep blued finish, and walnut grips. They were issued worldwide and became one of the most copied designs of the century. Values now range between $1,500 and $2,000, with rare contract pistols or mint examples commanding much more. For collectors, these early high powers represent an era of European handgun excellence that remains unmatched. Coming in at number 2 is the Colt Python, often called the Rolls-Royce of revolvers. First introduced in 1955, as Colt's flagship 357 Magnum revolver, it featured a full underlug barrel, hand-fitted parts, and one of the smoothest triggers ever made. Barrel lengths range from 2.5 to 8 inches, with the 6-inch being the most iconic. Weighing between 38 and 46 ounces depending on barrel, the Python delivered outstanding accuracy and controllable recoil. Its royal blue finish from the 1960s and 70s is legendary for depth and quality. While Colt has reintroduced the Python in recent years, pre-2005 models are skyrocketing in value, with clean examples now priced between $3,500 and $6,000, and rare nickel or snub-nose models selling for far more. The Python remains a benchmark for revolver craftsmanship. Finally, at number 1 sits the Colt Single Action Army, the revolver that defined the American West. First introduced in 1873 and chambered in .45, Colt and other calibers, it became known as the Peacemaker, with a 6-round cylinder, barrel lengths ranging from 4.75 to 7.5 inches, and an overall weight of around 40 ounces. It was carried by lawmen, outlaws, and soldiers alike. Its historical significance is unmatched, making it a true cultural icon as well as a firearm. First and second generation models are the most desirable, with prices starting around $3,500 and pristine, or historically linked examples reaching into 6 figures. Even second generation revolvers from the 1950s and 60s are climbing rapidly. The Colt Single Action Army is the ultimate collectible revolver, combining history, craftsmanship, and legendary status in one package. And that wraps up our countdown of the 15 pistols climbing in value fastest in 2025. Each one represents a different chapter in firearms history, from Cold War sidearms to legendary Western revolvers. And all of them prove that a pistol can be much more than just a shooter. Which of these do you think is the best investment right now? Let us know in the comments. Do not forget to hit like, share this video with your fellow firearm enthusiasts, and subscribe to Freedom Firearms for more in-depth reviews and powerful lists. Until next time, keep your sights steady and your knowledge sharp.